We all know our phones are attached to us, like really attached. But a whole day without it? That's crazy talk. Yet here I am, about to dive into the 24-hour no phone challenge. Wish me luck, and maybe send a rescue squad in 12 hours. Or sooner. The rules are simple, but brutal. No phone for a full 24 hours. No checking emails. No scrolling through social media. No texting my cat memes to friends. Just me, myself, and the terrifying abyss of phonelessness. I'm already feeling phantom vibrations. Is this normal? This is going to be harder than I thought. The first hour without my phone was like living in a silent film. Except instead of hilarious slapstick, it was just me repeatedly checking my pocket for a phone that wasn't there. My brain, hardwired for constant notifications, kept sending false alarms. Every itch on my leg felt like a phone vibrating. I wandered around my apartment like a confused Roomba, unsure what to do with my newfound freedom. Remember books? Those ancient relics with pages and words? Yeah, I tried reading one. Lasted 5 minutes before I instinctively reached for my non-existent phone to check for Instagram updates on books. This is going to be a long day. Okay, maybe I overreacted. Just a little bit. Slightly. After the initial withdrawal symptoms subsided, somewhat, I realized the world didn't actually end without my constant phone checking. It was a revelation, really. Who knew? I went for a walk in the park, breathed in the fresh air. Turns out it's not just for Instagram photos. And actually had a conversation with another human being. A real, live conversation. Face to face. It was terrifying and exhilarating. I had almost forgotten what it felt like to connect with someone without a screen in between. Remember board games? Those things that require actual human interaction? They still exist, believe it or not. Yeah, I dusted off an old chessboard and challenged my roommate to a duel. It felt like stepping back in time. He looked at me like I had grown a second head. I guess it's not every day someone suggests a chess match. But guess what? We played, we laughed, and I even won. Beginner's luck, probably. It was a blast. Maybe this no-phone thing isn't so bad after all. Maybe. It's a different kind of connection, one that feels more genuine. The evening arrived, and with it, a new wave of phone-related anxieties. The silence of the room seemed to amplify the unease, making every second feel like an eternity. The fear of missing out, FOMO, was real. It gnawed at me, whispering that I was being left behind in a world that never stops moving. What if something earth-shattering was happening on Twitter? What if a major event was unfolding and I was completely oblivious? What if my friends were having the time of their lives without me, documenting every second on Instagram? The thought of missing out on their joy was almost unbearable. The urge to break the challenge was strong. My fingers itched to reach for the phone, to check notifications, to feel connected again. I paced my apartment, battling my inner demons. Each step felt like a struggle against an invisible force pulling me towards the device. I even considered calling the experience off, claiming it was for research purposes. The rationalizations were endless, each one more convincing than the last. But then I realized something. My phone addiction had reached a point where I was terrified of missing out on things that probably didn't even matter. The realization hit me hard. This wasn't just about surviving 24 hours without a phone. It was about confronting deeper issues, about understanding my own dependency. This was about reclaiming my life. It was about finding peace in the silence and rediscovering the world beyond the screen. Section 5. The Home Stretch. Almost a phone-free champion. The final hours of the challenge were a blur. I slept, I ate, actual food, not just Instagram-worthy snacks. I even attempted some light exercise. Okay, maybe just stretching. It felt good to move my body without the distraction of notifications. But the most important thing? I survived. I made it through the day without constantly checking my phone. I made it through a whole 24 hours without my phone. And guess what? The world didn't end. My friends were still there. The internet hadn't imploded, and life went on as usual. My cat still loved me, or at least tolerated my existence. It was a reminder that not everything revolves around the digital world. I felt a sense of accomplishment, like I had just climbed Mount Everest, or at least a really steep hill. It was a personal victory, a testament to my willpower and determination. This experience wasn't just about breaking free from my phone addiction, it was about reconnecting with myself and the world around me. It was about rediscovering the simple joys of life that existed beyond the screen. Moments of peace, clarity, and genuine connection. Section 6. Post-challenge reflections. A newfound appreciation for silence. The moment I was reunited with my phone, a wave of relief washed over me. But it was different this time. Yes, I had missed the convenience, the connection, the endless stream of cat memes. But I also realized something profound. I didn't need my phone as much as I thought I did. The world was still out there, waiting to be experienced. And sometimes, the best experiences are the ones we have when we're fully present, not glued to a screen. Who knew silence could be so loud? Section 7. The unexpected perks of unplugging. Who are you again? The 24-hour no-phone challenge wasn't just about breaking a bad habit. It was about reconnecting with myself. Without the constant distractions, I had time to think, to reflect, to rediscover forgotten passions. I remembered how much I loved reading, writing, and simply observing the world around me. I also realized how much time I wasted scrolling through social media, comparing myself to others, and feeling inadequate. Without the constant bombardment of perfectly curated lives, I was free to appreciate my own imperfections and all. Maybe unplugging every now and then isn't such a bad idea after all. Section 8. Digital detox. Not a punishment, but a mini vacation. Let's be real, completely ditching our phones in this day and age is practically impossible. And let's be honest, a little terrifying. But that doesn't mean we can't take a break every now and then. Think of it as a digital detox, a mini vacation for your mind. Start small, an hour a day, a whole evening, maybe even a whole weekend. You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself and the world around you when you're not constantly plugged in. Because sometimes, the best way to reconnect with the world is to disconnect for a little while. Section 9. Take the challenge, you might actually enjoy it, or not. So, are you ready to take the 24-hour no-phone challenge? It's not easy, but it's definitely an experience you won't forget. You might discover hidden talents, reconnect with old friends, or simply enjoy the sweet sound of silence. Or you might end up staring at a wall for 24 hours straight, desperately craving the sweet dopamine rush of a notification. Either way, it's an adventure. And who knows, you might even surprise yourself. Just don't blame me if you start talking to plants. That's on you.